Hi everyone, Tom here, just working on another goal today. I want to finish up momentum around corners in Carpoon. Had any time at another meetup this week, but the feedback for the start button wasn't the best because people were viewing a video of Carpoon, how to play it. So it's a good idea to have maybe a attract mode where, when you leave the title screen too long, the game just keeps running. But today, I want to finish momentum and be one of the last 8 things. Hello, Antonio. How are you doing over there? I'm a bit late today because I bought a drawing book and pencil and pencil sharpener this morning. I also tried to get a quadruple A battery for my Surface Pen to just be able to draw more, but I'll have to order that online. No, but hope you're doing well. And I guess we'll see how the weekend goes. If there's some time for drawing, if not, early next week for Gartic phone. Yeah. So one thing I changed recently, and it looks like I'm on the right screen this time, is I removed the edge around the start pad to make it look less like you have to drag in an object. Um, I think the signs aren't the most visible when they're on low contrast, like my laptop. But we'll see how it goes. So let's. Oh, I had a funny bug too, where before the meetup, I found out when when I'm compiling now and running the game, it'll default to whatever's in Steam. So I thought something happened where it wouldn't compile anymore, thanks to a recent computer problem I had. And no, it was just with the Steam stuff in there for the achievements, it's just loading straight from Steam. So I'll probably hit this time after, I'll disable that. And that way it's easy to toggle through. But that was another goal this week. So now Carpoon works properly when you have a Steam Deck docked to a TV. And I'll bring up the Carpoon's goals list after this. So yeah, here's the start button where it's more in the dirt. I also went back to co-op as the default for now for the different meetups. I had a problem with what level was being selected. That's a warning, never change your demo just before, just in the afternoon before the meetup. Yeah, but so this grappling, it's red when we're going faster. It starts black and then it should get to red here. If not, that's a counterclock. No, there's red. So I want some of that speed to remain after letting go. And I think that should be pretty easy. It's just something I put off while dealing with more important things. And that way you can chase down other players. You can maybe flee from other players if you're grappling. It should be... oh, there's that skip again. Should be an interesting mechanic. Okay, now that's all in the player code. Let me bring up the list quickly. So this is the remaining goals of Carpoon. The claw base, I kind of still want an X and O or a light when it's okay to grab. It is a beefier claw now. I think it doesn't show up in one level, but that's okay. The start base, I did this where it considers the length of rope. That's for when starting the game. But we do want it maybe so like it retracts into place at the start. Maybe it wiggles if nobody's doing anything and just hanging around too long. So this is a goal I finished recently, 4K on Steam Deck. It's not 4K, but the solution there is kind of interesting where I had to detect, thanks to the recent achievement, you could have the Steam SDK in there to detect if the Steam Carpoon was running on a Steam Deck, and from there I just had to check if it was running in 16 by 10 or 16 by 9. 16 by 10, I assume it's Steam Deck. 16 by 9, it's like, okay, that's a TV. You gotta resize the resolution properly. So it wasn't too bad. It was only about 3/4 of a day of work. Remaining goals, waves timer. That's like that skip that happened as the car is driving off. So we want every wave, like a certain amount of time, and cars just leave. Shorten height of the AutoWorks stage. This is maybe the hardest one. Not from a technical standpoint, but just time. This is one we want to do today. Finish grappling, drifting, speed boost, and a new trailer. I think the music one is finished, but it's kind of hit and miss. Some people, I'm gonna put it auto. Some people wanted like a frenzy or a big wave of cars, maybe at the end of the match, or a herd. That's not a mandatory thing. And yeah, so those are the main things to try to finish up and try to get the game done. I did have the comment at the meetup, what about power-ups and stuff, or show me more. And I guess I'd like to release it, then add more in, because as you know, it's been a long time. Work on some smaller projects. Okay, so we will check for momentum. Maybe that's a quick goal. And see if we can enable or disable Steam easily for testing. So I can just create an executable and not worry about loading Steam, although quickly turn it back if I have to. So say remove belt speed there, that's for conveyor belts, and with that, it's possible, that I might have to do a similar thing for removing the speed from grapple momentum. So I'll open that up, and I think that should be enough. We'll take a look. Because conveyor belts are similar, where I think I try to keep a bit of speed going, so. Nope, I just turn it off, okay. We'll say last week there were more demos than in Steam Next Fest that are interesting than what I could play. I think, was it Wonder Stop? That's going to be out pretty soon. Wheel World, that's a bit longer away. Okay, so let's go to momentum. All this grappling is just when you're holding on the cards. We want more like the drifting, I suppose, is the correct way to put it. I could probably just find it with a quick search. I don't want to imagine how hard it is to find stuff in a giant big game, but probably they put more time into just keeping things coherent. Okay, I'm guessing it's all in here. I don't know. That's an older one. This is a backup. Maybe it's under a backup. But it's going to be related to this, so we'll find it. Wow, I do not use that anywhere. So that's one thing. It's like it's funny to be working on something and being like, why doesn't it work? And it's just not being used. Okay, so it was the 2023 one. That's funny. It's like it's 2025 now. Surely I'm not using this. Nope. Okay, let's see if I add in the extra speed boost here. I might. Yeah, this is where I added in. Now I gotta see where I just end it. So this is slowing down, and I just make it 0. I think that can be changed if I just, subtract a little bit. I want to, I'll bring it up so it's more clear. Me peeking over the top of my second screen. Okay, so we want to show the speed just so it's more obvious. Show speed by truck. Slow the speed gradually. Okay. Probably if we just subtracted by that amount, it would do something. I'll make it even more easier with the variable just to make sure it's happening. Okay, Antonio asked, I was wondering how upgrading from the free version of GameMaker to the professional one works in terms of transferring all the work already done. I believe what happens is that it's mostly related to how you export the files, and I'll give you more access to what you create your game in. Like, you might not be able to create EXEs with the free one, or things like it might just let you export to HTML5. So once you kind of lock it, it'll let you do more, and it might also be related to exporting professional projects. So your project itself will be perfectly fine, and it's not a hassle like other programs. Like, we can take a quick look, like GameMaker, Meme Maker, GameMaker Studio. Yeah, taking a quick look. Which version? Okay, so you might even be able to export to EXE. It's basically just if you want to do a commercial release or if you want to go to consoles. So yeah, you get a desktop export. It might have a watermark, but yeah, that's the main difference there. Pretty good if you ask me. Hello, Oscar. Yeah, congratulations. You must be really excited to just 1 month to get to go to New York to see Switch 2 before it comes out. I mean, before it's out, that's always pretty neat for a new system. I remember always being super excited for those. I think now I'm a little bit more patient, but it'd still be fun. Like if there's a new Mario there, I would love to play that. Mario Kart, unless it's like something really different. Otherwise, I can wait and play it. But no, that's awesome. I still have to see like if I never heard back if I got mine or not. So I'm guessing probably not. But oh well. I do have many games on my backlog, so uh, but if I do have a chance to need outing, there is a Indie Expo this weekend I'll be going to. I guess that's kind of similar, just to see what that's like. A little less busy, I hope. Only costs $10 too. I hope you're doing well over there. Are you playing? What game are you playing right now, Oscar? Okay, drifting is only in that area. We'll put slowing down here somewhere. It doesn't matter too much. I feel my computer kind of slowing down a bit. I'll try to close something. Oh, you're playing Box Boy and Box Girl. Interesting choice. Okay, well, I'm gonna grab coffee, which is right there, and I'll be back in like 10 seconds. And I'm gonna add speedometer to the draw bit. Oh. Okay, Antonio, I didn't get one about learning drawing, although the Etherton brothers do have a volume 8 coming out that you can order. I got this giant sketchbook, so let's see. Yeah, it's pretty big. So it should be good to draw and practice on. Oh, I forgot Box Boy is developed by HAL Labs. You know, I never played it. I was hearing Don said a lot of good things about it. Oh, yeah, I will certainly send you some if I, as I try to ramp up some more drawing here. Made good extra motivation. Yeah, I think last Friday I was updating my portfolio site, and it's like, oh yeah, I should have more drawing here, just more drawing practice. I do want to finish the clapping cars today. Like, I think I probably use a couple more frames. I think that'll be a fun thing to have in Carpoon at the end of the games. Although I need one where the Carpoon is winning, like maybe it's like like flexing or something. But yeah, it should be a nice little thing to have in there. Mostly though, some of it's just like for practice drawing straight lines and circles. But yeah, drawing, if you get in a groove while drawing, like Inktober, I think doing Inktober is the best. Well, face palming, we already have it clapping for the people who lost. Face palming, I don't think you'd face palm if you won. So all I need is the winning one. Oh, and the hot dog cart achievement now is in Carpoon. It does work. I got that, so I was able to finish that up after last time. So this, I'm kind of adding to the current speed. I got to make sure I'm showing the actual right speed. And I can also make the car go way faster during testing to make sure some of the speed is there at the end. It's almost better. I would say this almost would have been better if I just finished up when I was working on it instead of like hopping around to a million things. Okay, this should find it. This should find it. It just calculates the distance from one frame to the next. Okay, Antonio says, I'm wondering with all the layoffs in the gaming industry if we're going to see a rise in indie games, even though I imagine there are already a lot of them. I think there might be more small, larger companies. Like we see like some individual creators. I think maybe we'll see some like forming companies to kind of have like a triple I game. But I think we will see more companies just start and end. Like maybe a bunch of them already will end. So I think you'll see them competing with more AI games on Steam. That might be a problem. Like there's already so many. You'll probably see a bit more, but it's just like a continuing trend. So it's hard to say. There's a lot of disruption going on in the world right now. Like I think some people are saying the Next Fest wasn't as good for them, just because there's more games. That's the Steam Next Fest. So let's see. Although I was just trying to get some work done. I'll look at what Chris Z, like a really good indie games marketing guy, or just Steam marketing guy in general, said about the results of the Next Fest. So yeah, maybe we'll see more mid-tier large companies like under 100 employees, like around 50. We'll see. So this thing can follow the car, but I can also do it like just in the top. It might be easier to read. I kind of have to do that. Oh yeah, I'll have to do that in the GUI, so I'll just leave it here for now. Drifting. Now we'll see if we can even read any of that. And maybe I can slow it down slower. That could be easier for us to see. I'm not sure if the red tire tracks will keep going, but I think it's time to do a quick test. Anyway, I think Antonio, after this too, I'll probably try looking at printing those stickers. I should probably update my business card and stuff. It's all sorts of little things to do, and big things. So building with the Steam SDK takes almost twice as long. In Carpoon, um, I might remove it and add it back in just whenever I'm about to update a big build on Steam. Oh yeah, and I should have GameMaker Live running, but I'll do that after. And maybe a lot of some of the indie game companies have been holding off for Switch 2. I guess we'll see if that does something later as well. Okay, I feel this be a bit easier to read if I made it bigger. We'll go to level C. Okay, so I think this. Yeah, I'm gonna probably draw. That's hard to read. So the speed got slightly faster, I think. It's over 10 there. I should just change the color when it's over 10. But it's kind of instantly back to 9. How fast can I go? It's like, it looked like it was going to 16. So what that probably means, I have to put some of that stuff outside that script. It's probably not running at all right now. Oh, is there a way to make the game black and white? Yeah, that would be like the sign and stuff. So there's got to be a shader in GameMaker. Let me just take a quick look. Okay, GameMaker black and white. It might even be built in. Yeah, so yeah, there's a free shader to do it.
Welcome back to another Basics GameMaker Studio tutorial with gone. So this is a needed anymore, and now we need to do a few things. So first of all, we got value which we want to change. Grayscale shader.
So yeah, there's definitely a way
everything
to do it, and I could just copy it later. So I'll test that out. I'll test that out later. It might be good for those signs, which I'll probably add a shadow for and some glow around them in the player select. No, that's a good idea. I'll put it as a bonus bonus item. Let's move that player speed into a GUI event so we can draw it just in one place on the screen. I'll do that. That'll be an easy one to start with. I may have talked about like the black and white shader. Like, I'm not as familiar with shaders. Like, I've done a few little ones, but I'm never like diving deep into shaders. they are a trickier part of GameMaker. That's more close to like, that's more difficult programming. I think when the cars flash, that's a shader. That shady business. Oh, that's another good one. So that's gold. Let's pick a big font here. Yeah. Here we go. Wow, that's maybe not super big, but I'll try it. So I created a second variable display width get width 2. That way, this is like my override for if the Steam Deck is docked, it'll just return a width I set instead of getting the actual width it thinks. Because if I go display get width, when the Steam Deck is docked, it'll get just the Steam Deck screen and not the outside monitor. That was some funny bug in GameMaker with the relatively newish Steam Deck. It could have just been the dock I have, not being an official one. This that should work. Oh, I set another score there. I'll just undo. And I want to change the color if it's greater than 10. Because normally Carpoon car is limited to a speed of 9 pixels. As I said to that, it'll look different. All right, well, there's that. And let's, I'll open up GameMaker Live, where is it? Oh, it's actually here already. But I got to do a new one, so. Oh man, I also did a mistake here. I should open up a newer one. So I'll copy that and we'll go over. I just recently updated to 9LD, my weird version system. So I was glad to check that. Fortunately, pretty easy to go back and add everything in. Okay, there's GameMaker Live. I feel like my computer is updating or doing something in the background. It's like it's being put through its paces. Oscar, what is the Satellaview F-Zero machines? Was that from a recent F-099 update? Or what makes you think of that? But Satellaview is pretty cool from the Super Nintendo era. That's, of course, something because not being in Japan, we missed out on. Kind of like, we did a Sega channel in North America, though. But I think it would be something neat to check out at some point. I think some people have like backed it up and tried it. We will, or I will, have to make sure this also works for players with a keyboard and mouse later. Okay, this is probably something I will. No, I don't. Maybe I don't have to stop that. We'll see later. Unrelated to game making, are you looking forward to experiencing the cherry blossom season? It should be pretty nice to run by them and stuff. I got to see them finally last year a few times. It was warm a couple days, and now it's cold again. We'll see. Probably, I think it'll be later this month. And no, it should be nice. And hopefully, you can go with Yoshiko and see if some of them on the weekends. Although it can be can be busy, but I think out here it's not like in Tokyo where it's super busy. I think it should be fine out here. No, but yeah, that'll be a nice thing. Thank you for the reminder. I saw yesterday I was running, there were some blossoms, but I think they were plum blossom. So not like the true cherry blossom, like drooping down from the branches. I want to see where I set this, because if it's outside the function, it should be fine. I think biking too, when it warms up, that'll be something nice. I was kind of thinking, like, did pollen start recently? Because my eyes like getting all dried out. Okay, where are you here? Drift speed boost. Yeah, okay, that's great. I got them all so I can use them. I'm looking forward to biking more once the weather's nicer. Yeah, is it still winter over there? Like, it did snow a few days ago over here, but it didn't really stick. It kind of rained after. So something's happening with the speed where it just slows down immediately. Let's see how it actually speeds up. So the drift boost, maybe I have another one that's set to 0. Speed angle, maybe it goes there. Because I'm kind of just speeding up how quick it turns in the circle. Okay, slowly transitioning to spring. This year seems more like a mild March. Well, that's good. I think what might be happening here is that it's adding it in the corner, and I'm going to have to add a, just keep track of the speed. And like if it was drifting, set a flag. So as soon as I stop the drift, it'll capture what the speed it was going at and keep it in the on the truck. Just because the speed is increasing just because of how quick it's turning on the grapple point. And then just being forgotten. Here, Antonio, I wonder how quick it's just going to go to too hot at humidity. I guess I'll see. All right, let's see if the speedometer works. I have the monitor of the sound coming out of my monitor right now. It's like some terrible built-in speakers, but hopefully it's a bit better. Yeah, well that kind of worked. I didn't center it. Let me see if oh, I didn't add the GameMaker live code, but we'll do that for the next time. Because otherwise I'm just gonna completely forget. Oh, thank you, malware bytes. H line, FA center. Hey, I remembered something. It's a lot easier to read. It looks like the max speed I can get is about 16. We can increase that. No, 18.9. Yeah, then instantly 0. So this is going to be super easy for testing now, at least. Well, I'll be back in just a minute. I hope you're drawing or getting a chance to do something productive. But I always thank you for dropping by. I'm just going to get a drink and quick break. Oh, excellent. Did some drawing at the beginning of the screen and taking care of some tasks. Very good. But I had an idea to for this drifting. We'll just see if the drift is ever below the maximum speed 9, and we'll just store that speed, and as soon as they're done drifting, we'll decrease it. That should be an easy way to make sure. I think that's the simplest way to get this done, instead of like overbuilding something. I think for the belt speed for conveyor belts, that's added separately. That's kind of taken care of by conveyor belts. I sense GameMaker is going to start going. Oh, would you like to reload or save? I think this drifting speed boost might be able to save it. I might have that variable already, but let's take a look. So this number here, I don't think I ever reset it. Come on, computer. You can do it. Oh, you're still searching, that's why. There we go. Okay, there's a lot of them turning down to 0. I think that one's okay. That's if maybe that one can stay. So I will add this to the end here and we'll see if that lasts a little bit longer. And here we're just going to try to find where the speed is added. Yeah, I believe it's a bit lower down. And from there, I'll say if it's not drifting, add this speed boost. Here's like a speed limiter before the drifting bonus. Okay, I think this is where I tried to add it before. So we'll do that, and it should do something. What it will do though, we'll find it. I might have to go back to the earlier time on these. I did want to get a couple things done before doing this, but just focus on more preparation. Hot dog explosion. Yeah. Yeah, hot dog explosion would be nice. Have you heard much about Split Fiction? That was one game I was kind of interested in recently. I've never actually played It Takes Two, or I think it was Brothers I might have played a little bit of, but not in co-op. Being such a fan of co-op, I think I should check out Split Fiction, or It Takes Two. Okay, so we probably don't want to add drift speed boost. It might be a different variable. Let me see if I can just add it in real quick. It's more like drift base speed, I think. Oh yeah, here we go, just as I thought. Yeah, sure. Something is happening. Some sort of like system update in the background. That one might not update, but we'll see. Oh, we'll give a little bit more space there for the text. It's a bit cramped. 100% sure I'm gonna have a Windows update later. It's like I can feel Carpoon being slightly slower, or it's just the streaming, but yeah. That seems to be doing stuff. That's a good sign. That's weird there. How I'm gonna see that happened a few times, where the start lever, like with the game running slower or something, it had a very small range. Okay, 17. Oh, but the speed went down right away. It's gonna restart GameMaker, so hopefully it runs a bit faster. So the speed, that's weird. It seems to go right back to its like base speed immediately. So somewhere I'm disabling how fast it's going. I just gotta find that. Okay, let's open the right file. It's like, oh, why is all the text white? It's just not loaded yet. Okay, I might be onto my right idea, just adding on that different variable. This is something. Maybe grappling is like -1, or it should be 0. Let's make sure it is 0. Oh, it would be nice to finish this goal today. Get 2 goals done in 1 week for Carpoon alone. You've got the momentum to do it. Yeah. No, the momentum's stopping, Antonio. It's stopping. This is something like that might work too. With the exception that we'd have to figure out an X and Y component. This is weird too. Let's make sure there's 2 different scripts that are very, very similar here. Okay, this is the one I think it's running. So we have this grappling one, which makes sense. Then we have one for towing, which I don't think they should drift while towing. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be used. I'll say appears to be unused. Now double check, like, I wasn't adding stuff in here, was I? I don't think so. Oh, I kind of was, but. Oh, maybe I was only doing it. Maybe I was doing that in the wrong place. So. Basically, I wonder, this is. I feel like this is like the wrong area entirely to add something in, so. I want to save what I had. And maybe I'll comment it out and see if I move it all. That should make it clear. Okay, so this is like here. This is where having it all in different functions would be a lot easier. Let's see. I'll see if I was right. Let's see. We'll just say if 1 equals 2, and if I don't move at all, we'll know that's where it was supposed to be. The calm before the storm. I'll try turning off Steam in it next time, see if that makes it faster without having to delete all the Steam SDK files. Just make it that much quicker to work on the game. I couldn't imagine working on a game where it's like, oh, now to compile, and taking 1 hour. It's like the programmers would go work out. I could only imagine just forgetting one thing and having to screw up. Like, you'd have to be a lot more careful checking over things. Donkey Kong 94, out to the NSO. I have it on Game Boy, but nice that it's on NSO for those who missed it. I never got super into it. I guess missing out on that era of Game Boy. But it added a lot to the series, apparently. Okay, well, I am moving, so... Can I just keep on doing stuff till I don't move any longer? Probably not that. Let's... This should make it so I can't... No, there it was. Okay, so it's in here. Yeah, it looks fun and clever, so... See, it's... Like, it's just before Mario 64, and I think some of the jumps in it are affected. Okay. So we wanna do stuff in here. Okay, maybe... Okay. Yeah, surprised to see Mario's jump in the game. Parts of it reminded me of Wario Land. Yeah. Like, it's funny when Nintendo could experiment on Game Boy and then bring it to the main series. But no, I think I should play through that one. It does seem like something, like a special one. Okay. Probably this. No, this one here. This is probably. This is all like if you're drifting. This is if you're not drifting. So let me try that. Nope, I'm moving. That I can bring up another. I'll bring up a. No, I'm moving there too. I don't even know what that's for. Yeah, let's hear Donkey Kong 64 and Mario's P-Cross are now available. So that was just a few hours ago. I think it's a nice addition. Okay, maybe these. I feel like that's only for drifting though. Oh wait. This. Wow, there's the easy way. I can just confident of, but maybe because this isn't a script, it's not updating immediately. So we're gonna do that and take a look for Steam and it real quick. Okay. This is my, let's see if we just don't initialize Steam. If it's better. That's one confusing name though, but. We'll just put that in front of the achievements now, otherwise it'll crash when we destroy the hot dog cart. Steam Get, let's search for Steam Get. Okay, let's take a look, see if that makes things faster. Probably I'll have to unlink Steam later. Yeah, I'll have to remove it as an extension. Okay, so definitely moving with that function. We'll see. I think this time around I can't just add this in and have it work, but... No, wait, I had it there already. Okay, that's cool. It's definitely in here somewhere is where it's actually moving. Yeah, in there. So that's great. We can test. We can break it down. Break it down bit by bit. Let's we'll put the controller reticle one out. Then that should make it clear exactly what I should be working on. Okay, so if it's true, that's what we wanted to do. Get rid of that, and if we comment it out, we'll just comment out one. We'll see if we only move on the x-axis. No! I'm not even sure what that one's for. Unless that script isn't updating. That could be it. Like the other one updated, but is this one updating? Did I add this in? Yeah, there we go. So I probably had it right, but it just wasn't updating because I didn't have that there yet. So and I don't think it works if you don't have it there to begin with. It doesn't just update like that. So one more time. It's funny, at the meetup the other day, someone was saying there hasn't been as many couch co-op games lately, and I'll say there have been quite a few, or quite a few good co-op ones. Like Astro Duel 2, that's definitely a really fast-paced one. We will be getting Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, the sequel to Ultimate Chicken Horse, pretty soon. There's been Q games, All You Need Is Help. I think there was Crossy Road Castle. Like, that's very much in a couch co-op type style. And Split Fiction. So we've had quite a few, but they don't do well. Like, I would advise making a crafting cozy game over this. This is just, I love couch co-op, so it clearly kept me going to make this game, play with my friends, but it won't do super well, if you know what I mean, in this genre. So that's something I'll think about with the next game. More appeal. Okay, but not moving. I think we commented out the right place. Let's see if we put it back in, if it works. Then we know we can focus in that spot. Okay, great. Semi progress. Verified. Okay, we want to add in that drift speed here. Oh, good night, Oscar. I wish you the best for your dentist appointment. Hopefully no cavities or anything like that. But thank you for dropping by. And, I hope to report back to you with some Donkey Kong 94 or some next game next time. But thank you very much. You'll be even closer to playing Switch 2 and hearing about it when we see you next. Oh, I removed it and added it back, so here we go. Just doesn't look quite the same. I should probably undo that, otherwise it's gonna just be broken at one point, although... Oh, and one fun thing, I was lucky and someone held a microphone for me, a very nice fellow named Sketch, during my presentation. But if I had it so Carpoon, you could just play it with one hand, like minus the aiming, so left trigger for shooting the harpoon. That might be good for presentations. Then I could have held the mic with my right hand. I always dream, like, there's that Animal Crossing Sweet Day, we were controlling two characters with one controller. Like that might have been a fun mode in Carpoon, but I was like, that's it's tricky enough already with the setting up controllers per player. I didn't want to break my brain figuring that out. Okay, I probably have to increase the main speed, but we'll see. Or increase the top drifting speed. Still kind of changing instantly. I'll verify it. So we know grappling is 0 on the or there. It's like, oh, I think it's if you are being grappled. I have to check that. I have to check if I think I was bumping into those. It felt a bit weird, and not that I turned something off. Okay, it's 18. Yeah, and instantly done. Let's see if I can keep it somehow. Like I think somewhere I say if the current speed is like too high, I just bring it down. But the thing is, like, it should be adding to the speed here immediately. I didn't do combined speed here. I just kept it as current speed because I just added that stuff in. Maybe easy solution, maybe. There we go. Now the thing is, because as we know, both of them keep a certain speed. I'm going faster than I should be. It's Carpoon Turbo now. How quick? I think I want the boost to last longer too. Like yeah, I can remove it a bit, but that's great. It's actually working. I'll have to make sure it works with the keyboard and stuff, but I think the tire tracks, we could have it so if you have a bit of that, like the tire tracks only show if you're drifting. Oh, thank you, Antonio. Yeah, we can keep it, the tire tracks showing to kind of indicate you're going faster. Although maybe either that or your exhaust could remain black. What do you think? Red tire tracks to indicate speed, or like a black exhaust to indicate you're going a little bit quicker. So you're technically not working harder for black exhaust, but darn you, scrap car, that's only worth 1 point. I love seeing people's reaction when they work so hard to bring that car in and it's worth 1 point. It should be worth more maybe. Oh, this is a huge circle, so we go even faster. Oh, okay. I have a 1 equals 2 still for having a little bit of momentum when you let go of the stick. Control stick. That might be a funny thing, like if you're driving and you let go of it, you won't have that momentum. That's probably in here. Yeah, black exhaust might convey its breaking down. I'll keep the red. I think red tire tracks make the most amount of sense. But then I'll have to fade them out somehow to not being black. Or it just doesn't matter. Like if we had wind particles, maybe that's easier. Maybe I just don't need anything. I know what I'll do. I'll just search where I did 1 equals 2. Whoa. It's like, oh no, where did I undo the code? Well. The feel of Carpoon is, for the momentum and stuff, changes so much if I change one of these. Like, they kind of stack together. I think there's like a simpler way sometimes we could just do it one way, but if I start undoing parts of them, it feels totally different to me. Okay, maybe it's down here. I think it's where it detects if it has a speed or it's not. So okay, yeah, it's still saying combined speed here. So I'll probably put it into a script and that way I can just reference it and keep all the code the same in one spot for what the combined speed is with drifting. But for now, I'll just say current speed equals combined speed equals current speed. This is for when it's stopped. Or when the player lets go of the control stick. And the same thing here. That's weird how I changed it so many times. I think this one here doesn't ever actually happen. Okay. I think I closed the game. 'Cause I can't see it. So we want to slow it. Probably want to put all this in a script. And probably want to choose. We want to choose one of them for the speed difference. Let me put it all in script first. Yeah, let's combined, okay. Oh, scr get current speed with drift speed. We'll do that. And then I can just put this in a few places. Yeah, I'm glad I don't show all the years for the different scripts. Probably putting your organizing scripts by year isn't the best way to do it, but kind of helps me remember if it's more recent. So we'll save this and it should be good to kind of put in a couple spots. Maybe not, but we'll see. Yeah, this here where we just did it, and here, that might be it. This is if we're braking, which I don't know if it can happen anymore. Well, we'll have to see for drawing the tire tracks. Man, where do I even draw them? It should be below the car, up higher. Or did I might have drawn them just in here. Should be pretty easy just to search tracks. Okay, yeah, it is in the step event. Not in the draw event. Probably not the best way to do it, but whatever. I wonder if it's in two places. Okay, if drifting, we can do drifting or drift speed boost. This is going to be one confusing line. Let's say 5, because we kind of knew that it sticks around 4. Now can we, or can I figure out this time, is there a way just to actually like get the difference of drift and not have it like stick around as 4? Because there's the base speed and the radius. Like it should start off at 0. Let's see what happens if we start off at 0 here. I think I wanted a quick boost. So I could just subtract by 4. Oh man. That's a lot of different files. Maybe that's all I have to do. I can just subtract by 4. So we'll add in a bit of extra speed from so we'll just say it's that, and now to not like continually distract it, because if I minus by 4, it's gonna subtract it like every single frame. We only want to subtract it like once. We'll just minus here. And I should subtract that 4, and I'll probably have to, like if I make that just a variable to test later, it might make the most sense. Stay with me, GameMaker. Yeah, I'll just make it a variable. We can see how close it gets to 0. Like I can always round it. I don't think. We don't need controller reticle anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off GameMaker again and open it up. I think streaming puts a laptop through its paces here. So if this, let's say it's greater than 2. Let's see how that turns out. Now, take a look at how it's compiling. And we'll have to make sure the beta version of Carpoon is working for everyone, because I updated from, of course, 9LC, an executable name, to 9LD. Sometimes Steam complains about that. I find it's best. Like, I was doing the beta version. Like, they're both betas, but the sort of branched version. I'll have to make sure that's okay. And eventually I'll get back to that Godot project I had. And I figured want to keep up, make sure I had at least one Carpoon goal done a week. Because then there's not so many weeks left, but 2 of them are a lot harder than this. Oh, the extra drift speed is going to 0. I think the tracks can probably keep going a bit longer, or like fade out. Let's say if it's greater than 1, and we'll Is that the only way I'm decreasing the speed right now? I feel like I'm doing it differently. Oh yeah, I can't update this right now. Yeah, that shouldn't work. GameMaker, you're not Sony Vegas. You shouldn't crash. No, man, that's the only spot I was doing it in. Okay. Let's copy this over for next time. Now, technically the draw event the tire track should stay in there. Like that should update. So let's see, look. I can probably remove the speed boost and base speed, because base speed always stays the same or changes very little. Yeah, it ends so quickly. Those other variables are a little bit handy, but we'll not worry about them. Yeah, so the tracks, ideally they would fade out a bit better, but not super concerned. I feel like I'm starting fast now, though. Like, it doesn't just go... It might only start off as black tire tracks once, and then they stay red. But we want to just see, instead of times at 0.9, let's try 0.98, and we'll be able to update this. So the drift's base speed is never decreasing. I'll just change that to the extra one. Oh wait, yeah, but if we're... I know what I'll do. We'll make... We'll just keep it updated all the time. It should be easier for this extra drift speed. Yeah, ideally I could fade it in here, but we'll see. Like there are ways to change the color on the fly. It's a little, it's not too finicky. You can just use a lerp. We'll bring this over in case you want to update it after compiling. Car piling. Oh man, that would be an hilarious OBS menu. Like every time it's compiling, I'll just change it to like an overlay or press a button where it's just the cars stacking. Oh man, that's good. That's a good idea. Car piling. I'll save it. I'll save that idea. I mean, it could be a funny shirt, like quiet, I'm car piling. Yeah, I appreciate them. I did try to stop a bit because sometimes puns are too easy, or I just try to be listening for every moment to put in a pun. But if it's not a discussion, I can put them in. It made it too easy just to be interrupting people all the time. Okay, we want to check tire tracks and if you keep speed longer. Definitely kept speed longer there. Probably too long, but I'm always up for a pun, yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad. Now, by keeping this, I could maybe have it so the speed builds up slower. I hate I hate that scrap cards. I think Volcarnage might be easier to test for this. Like I almost need, I can probably keep that so the text is pink anytime over speed 9. In general with the tire tracks, like they fade out over time, but I could set something just to the transparency when I'm going faster. Because they're kind of off and on based off grappling. They can fade out more gradually. It's like going so quick now. These scrap cars, they're just the bane of my existence right now. I'm just running into too many things right now to keep going. Oh yeah, this is... I don't know why so many cars coming in versus. This might be easier with 2 players to test too, to see where I'm going. It's neat seeing the trail snakes like that for the tire tracks. Technically, I can do this, go faster, and get a boost going to the other side. It might make it too easy to catch up to people, but okay, we'll just see if the build up to going fast is going to be a little bit slower, and in the end I'll probably like make this 0.97. And I'll be up today and have lunch and stuff. So how do we see how we increase the speed again? Drifting's true, and eventually we increase drift base speed here. Um, it's like we need a one-time toggle, or oh, I can I can set it in the other areas. Um, when does drift base speed ever go down though? I'll have to show the base speed again. Hey, let's just make that drift base speed what the extra speed is. When we aren't, grappling around corners. Okay, now let's make the drifting start really slow. And that way we'll know if we build up or not. Like, instead of 3, we'll do 30. Should take 10 times as long. Fortunately, the timing won't be set till I test with other players, but it should be neat. Some of these goals, that's the thing, it's like I can implement it, but then also always how it actually works in game with players testing it. Now, this shouldn't be something where players don't get it, like it just works. And I don't think there'll be a problem there. See, that was that weird start lever going quick again. I'm gonna have to figure that out. My speed is slowly getting faster. Yeah. Definitely takes a lot longer. 10 times slower. That was close. Okay. Seem to have maxed out. I'm gonna have to increase time here. Oh, it ends so quickly. Yeah, well, we'll make it. I don't know. Instead of time, we'll try like about 3 times slower. There. Sacrifice car so we don't get any more of those lava balls for a little bit. It's interesting how the extra drift is 0 at first. I wonder if that's going to slow down my car. You can't, can you grapple cars in the ocean? You can only destroy them. That was like an incentive to try to get them before they come on land, so they're only a one-hit kill. I feel like it is a little bit too slow still to speed up, but so much stuff to grab when I just want to grapple on walls. Let's make the speed the actual time to speed up. Well, instead of 6, I don't know, 5. Like, it would be funny if you could grapple a car off the ocean and pull it off the surfboard and like into the water or into shore. Oh, can you make it a whale-inspired car? Like it's just going around. That might be funny. Well, we do need more cars. Like there's always. Do you remember that aquabus where it could go on land or in water? Like I thought of a shark car at one point. So yeah, that could be fun. I was thinking of one more car to add just normally. Like I could just add in the monster truck. Maybe the monster truck's enough because it's almost done. I think those things need to break down a bit. Yeah, in the shape of a duck. These tire tracks, it's neat to see how long the boost lasts. People love shark monster trucks. Yeah, that's a real thing, isn't it? I'll have to test this more after streaming because right now, it's not the true speed. It's like a slower speed. Yeah, taking in. Maybe I was right at 3. Maybe that's enough. Oh, if I'm drifting and hit a wall, it kind of like stores the boost. I think it'd be so hard to do this for the speed I had it at before I was okay. See, I'll have to make it so you see this, my speed's 0, but the drift is quick. Now if I let go, it'll be fast. So that'd be an easy thing to change, but no, I think I'll stop for the day now, but thank you so much, Antonio, for hanging around. And anyone else watching this future, this is Carpoon. It's basically almost another goal down. I think after this, I'll just make the red tire tracks fade out and make sure that boost, you can't be jammed against the wall and speeding up. But no, thank you very much. And yeah, that's basically another goal done. I knew it was a little bit, going to be a little bit more than 5 minutes, but some fun tweaking. And so that was the Steam Deck support. That's going to be 2 goals down this week. 2 hard goals to come still, but hey, chipping away at it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll think about a boat car, but it's a good reminder just to the monster truck in general. That might be enough differences. Yeah, but thank you, Antonio. You have a great evening over there, and hopefully drawing soon. Till then, everybody, goodbye.